What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
OD
Podcast.
Podcast. Period.
Oh, did you mash record?
I pressed record, yes.
Mashed. Anyway, when you go on the elevator, what do? Press or mash?
I pressed, actually.
I mash. You mash
And
with your
hopefully there's an elevator guy, so I don't got to do nothing but tell him.
elevator guy. You got
Yeah.
a different type of money I ain't got.
Yeah, when you stay at La Quinta Inn, it's always, I'm just.
Oh, you know what?
I have.
I've stayed in some of the finest hotels across the country, across the world, actually.
Okay. Boo boo on me then.
Mm.
Or do you have a particular hotel group that you prefer?
Um, no, but I do have like favorite hotels. 'Cause I like boutique hotels.
You know what? Yes, I will
So,
say it's a catch-22. Well, in your case, you don't be paying for a lot of your hotels, but I have grown to really love Hilton, and
if you're talking about a franchise, yeah, I'll say Hilton too.
yeah, you know what though? Yeah, Hilton. So two things. So okay, I went to Savannah recently. I stayed at Thompson Savannah, which is a beautiful hotel, beautiful. So it's one of the premium brands of Hilton, and you know what though? Let me hold on right quick.
Mm. Well, I have my favorite boutique hotel. I got one in every city.
It's
Uh,
Hyatt. I'm a dum dum.
Hyatt, okay.
I'm like, why am I saying Hilton? It's Hyatt.
But
I
you know
prefer
what?
Hyatt.
I'll do a Marriott though. I ain't like if you
Yeah,
get
I'm not
a good
opposed to them
Marriott,
either. Oh,
I'll
let me
do a
tell you
Marriott.
why I like Hyatt. That's so crazy because I knew it was Hyatt, but something about Hilton. Okay, so y'all know I'm a points girl. So I love points, collecting points, blah blah blah. So Hilton is I love them, and let me tell y'all why. So typically, a point is dollar for dollar. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you got or penny for penny, really. Let's say you have 350,000 points, that's $3,500 that you can spend. But something really cool about Hyatt is they have a flat rate no matter the time of year. So let's say the lowest night of the year is $150 at this particular hotel. So that's
Mm,
1,500 points. No, that's
okay.
15,000 points. You could book that hotel, that same room, 4th of July, Christmas Eve, whatever, and it's still gonna cost the same amount of points. So if you are a member and you use points, you can just it's like the benefit is to get you can book you know how people be like, oh, you got to travel in the off season. If you're a Hilton Rewards member and you using your points to book a room, you don't lose any points by going in the peak season.
Mm. So
That's what I kind of tell people.
you're basing your likings on the benefits from.
Yes, the benefit, because I think
Okay.
that you can get a nice hotel no matter where you go,
Yeah.
but I think that, Hilton has a lot of options for me, high end, low end, medium, bottom of
Yeah.
the barrel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they typically, the ones that offer breakfast, they have good quality breakfast and stuff like that. So yeah, I care more about that. But like you said, the boutique hotels are nice. I stayed in this one, and it's probably not nice now looking back. It's just where my broke mindset was at the time. But when I went to New York one time, the only time, I stayed at this hotel called Hotel 3232, and it was on
Yeah.
32nd Street, and it was actually really cute. It was like, wow, this is cute. And it was like in the middle, like it was just this random door in this, you know how it is in New York.
Yeah.
And when I was in Iceland, I stayed at this place called Center Plaza Hotel, and it
Hmm.
was also like that. It was just like privately. Do you consider boutique like private owned, like a little one off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like when I walk in a hotel room and it don't look like something I seen or the room is
Yeah.
like real creative.
Mhm.
Um
Mhm.
I like the fact that in LA it's more like old Hollywood kind of stuff. But my
Okay.
favorite one is Mr. C's. I just like Instagrammable shit. Like on the
Okay.
balcony, I feel like you can see the views really good from that hotel. The hotel itself is cute. The one in New York, I'm trying to think of the name. I've been sitting here trying to figure out the name of it, but um I went to this one boutique hotel in New York and it had a loft inside of it. It
Ooh,
was
come
like a
on
full
now.
apartment. It had a full apartment. It had a loft, and then when you got to the top, it was a balcony that had a hot tub, and you can see the hot tub from the living room. So if you downstairs in the living room, you can look up and see them in the hot tub. It was insane. This was in New York. This was like Manhattan. I'm trying to think of
Child,
the
I
name
just
of
looked
it.
up Hotel 3232, and it's, I mean, it's not bad. It's just regular. It's just
Yeah.
funny because what my
So
mindset was
I
when I
just
saw
really
it.
like that because even with hotels, I'm not. I use hotels for sleeping. Like if I'm in the room, I'm going to sleep. Or
I used
like
to say the
chilling.
same thing till I discovered all the stuff that hotels be having.
Yeah, but I mean, man, at the least I order like
You be
room
busy though.
service or whatever. That's if I'm by myself.
Yeah, I understand that.
But like, that's why I like stuff like Ritz Carlton. I could take a bath. I could take like, you know what I'm saying? That's
So
when
are there
that
certain things a hotel has to have for you to want to book them?
um for comfort because I travel a lot for work, so it'll be many options for that. But
So I
for
must
comfort,
have a
yeah.
bed. Okay.
For comfort wise, like if I'm on vacation, it depends on where I'm going. Like if I'm going out the country, I would rather do like the Airbnb vibe because I can kind of,
Really?
yeah, I like that. Like anytime I go out the country, like Mexico, anywhere except when we went to Costa Rica, we had a hotel, but otherwise I'm getting Airbnb.
Yeah.
I like come out the
Now,
country. The
even
only
if you
thing,
were alone, you would get the Airbnb.
no, because those aren't safe. Like the problem that I have with
Oh, they
Airbnb.
safe to have other people with you. Wow. I'm just kidding. I know what
Well,
you
I
mean.
mean, you would want if something were to happen to you, you would of course want to be with people that speak your language. And I'm
For
not talking
sure.
about your literal language. I'm just saying like what's
No,
going
you're
on.
right. You want to be
Yeah.
able. That's why. That's interesting you said that because I don't. That one time I tried to get an Airbnb solo, it was a nightmare. So that didn't work out. But
Yeah.
I like especially since I travel solo. When I leave the country, I like having somebody to blame. So I
Uh,
need 20.
yeah, but if I'm like domestic, like if I'm in America, I like stuff like the Ritz Carlton or
hmm
like the Waldorf
I got a hiccup.
or something like that. Only because of the benefits in the room. Like if I'm sitting in the room, I can be entertained. I can order some dinner that's gonna be good. I can take a nice bath or a nice shower. It's usually like quiet in there. I can play loud music and don't get in trouble. Like I like stuff like that.
You be twerking in the mirrors?
I be taking pictures in the mirror. I don't be twerking, but I be like
I
taking.
do.
I do.
I
I'm.
be.
I like
I'll
Instagram, so
flash
I
the
like stuff
window and
that can
see if
be.
it's.
I like stuff that'll be nice posting online.
Yeah, I understand. Let me take a sip of water because you hiccup trying to take me out the game.
Dang, I ain't had a hiccup since I was 4.
Man, I get them
Oh,
often.
shit.
If I ever eat too fast, I get them.
Oh,
I
yeah,
used to get them every time I had a McDouble.
that's on Najee. If he eat too fast, he get the hiccups and he throw up.
Okay, now I draw a line at throwing up. So when I book a hotel, there's a few things I must have, and this is
Okay,
because I'm cheap and I like to maximize my dollar.
go off.
Free Wi-Fi. I use the filters. Now I know that might be a standard that you think, but sometimes you might get a free hour, and then boom, you got what I'm saying. So don't you not gonna catch me. Even though I got 5G, I want to use your internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is debatable, but free parking. Typically,
Oh,
the
that's
really
what's debatable about that.
well, some of the really nice hotels don't have free parking. They have valet only, or like the Thompson in Savannah. In Savannah, there was a parking deck close by, and then there was street parking, which was actually way more convenient. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's expensive. Typically, when I've had to pay for parking everywhere I've gone, it's been like $45. $45 a day, which is not desirable, but whatever. Free breakfast is preferred unless I'm going to a new unless I'm with people. God, these hiccups trying to take me out the game. So if I'm traveling alone, I prefer free breakfast. I just want to hit the road and get my little free waffle and keep it pushing. But if I'm with other people or family, family or whatever, it can be fun to try new breakfast spots. But that free breakfast can be convenient when you're just tired. You just want to grab something and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Another thing I check for, I think that's it. Just breakfast, parking, and Wi-Fi. But the Wi-Fi is non-negotiable. The parking is flexible, but not preferred to be paid.
Yeah.
And then the breakfast. Now, some of the like nicer ones, like Thompson, Savannah, did not have free breakfast, but they had just like when I stayed in Minneapolis, I was at the Hyatt Regency. They didn't have free, but they did have a market. They did have a bar. They did have so many things. But let me get back to the Thompson Savannah. bar, like it wasn't even a rooftop bar, but it might as well have been. Like I literally could
Yeah,
see over the whole city of Savannah. It was beautiful. Now it's one of those places where anybody in general can come there, which is fine. I don't mind it. But it was nice because people were there in gowns. I was there for a wedding. It was just a beautiful, beautiful ambiance. The tone of the hotel was like brownish gold, wood finishes. It was just really,
yeah.
really nice. And it was in this new development in Savannah on the river where basically you have a bit, it's like a subdivision, but it's like hotels, townhouses, other
I
hotels,
only been in
restaurants
Savannah
around.
twice.
Actually, this was like my second. This was my second time too.
Yeah, I only been there twice, and that was
The
in middle
first
school. That was on a band trip.
Oh, and oh yeah, I ain't going. I went in college for cause that's where the port is, and I was a supply chain major, well
Yeah.
minor, and then I went for a wedding just now. But what I liked about this place, so now because I travel with my dog, I look for pet friendly hotels,
Hmm.
and this hotel had so much grass. It was surrounded by grass, and I was like, this is a dog owner's dream. Like and we saw other dogs. It was just so vibey. I'm like, dang, look at what not. But I actually booked that hotel with points. I would have never paid that price with my real money.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's fine.
there's
So
that.
yeah, no, that the benefit is good in that, but I think I'll be thinking more. So if I'm about to leave somewhere and leave my bed, I want to go to some fire shit. So
Yeah.
um,
Oh, your bed's just fine.
it ain't really fire, but I'm just saying if I'm gonna pay to go sleep somewhere, the bed need to be fire.
No, I
Like
feel you.
you
Does the
know what I'm
price
saying?
ever play a part?
It depends on what my budget given at the time, or like what,
Yeah.
because I don't just spend money on hotels like just because. Like if it's my birthday or something, or if it's like a special event, then I like my friend is getting married in March, and so now I'm trying to look up like
In
hotels
Atlanta?
in Houston. They get married in Houston,
Oh, be careful.
and so it ain't in Houston. It's like another. But what's a city close to Houston?
Austin, Dallas,
Yeah, it's
Katy.
like Austin,
Oh,
kind
okay.
of.
Yeah, not near
Um,
Houston, but I got you. Texas. Just say Texas if anybody
just
else
yeah,
asking.
Texas. So since I'm going there, that's a special event. First of all, I never been to a gay wedding before,
Okay. Oh,
and then
I went to one in Savannah.
period. So these are my friends. Both of them are like really good friends of mine. So I'm like, you know what? When we go, I'm gonna give me a nice room. My friend's trying to get
Yeah.
an Airbnb and just split it, but I don't
You need
want to
peace
do
and
that.
quiet though, cause yeah.
I want my own little space.
Yeah.
Like I
And
don't.
it's a wedding. It's not like you're going to a birthday party. You kind of do want to be in that mind space of like,
Yeah.
getting ready and all
Yeah,
that.
so I want to get something nice, but a situation like that, I would get a nice hotel. Something that's new for me though, me being on the West Coast now, is that a lot of the hotels out here have rooftops. So they have like nice rooftop bars. They have a rooftop club like everywhere. In Arizona too, I experienced that too. So I'm like, I like that. Like
We
it's a
got that
different.
too in Atlanta.
And what hotel got that?
A lot of them.
Well, the
I
ones
don't
that
want to
I've.
give up my secrets.
Okay, cool. But anywho, moving on from your secrets.
I won't tell. I think I don't, because I
But
tend to book my hotels with points these days. I don't really have a preference, but I think dollar for dollar, 250 is the absolute max, and that's for like a 2 to 3 day visit. We're not pushing it.
yeah, but typically when I'm in America, I like Airbnbs because I like spaces. I like to rent houses out. Like when we went to Dominican Republic, we had a big house. I don't know if you
Oh
remember.
yeah, yeah. I remember paying for my room.
You did pay for your room, but did you remember the house?
Yeah, I do. Every penny,
You know what?
because I'm a
But
good person and I'm considerate.
I love that for you. Um, but that house was so nice. It was so cheap too, but it was so nice. I felt safe. It was a gated community. We couldn't even use Uber because they wouldn't let the Uber in the subdivision.
Now, that's how it should be because I be hearing some. I don't know why people keep going to Mexico. I keep hearing some weird stuff. Okay,
Yeah. I told you I got my approved for my little cosmetic teeth thing.
you
So
going to Mexico?
I've been looking at doctors, but honestly, I don't think I want to go out the country and get my teeth done because
I
well,
feel like the USA getting cheaper and cheaper.
it is. They
Yeah,
are because they getting cheaper, and then on top of that, I don't know. I just want to do something domestic. I don't want to spend too much money trying to travel to get the damn teeth. When I live in California, and there's so many daggone doctors in LA that can
yeah,
probably do it.
in
You know what I'm
Beverly
saying?
Hills probably. Yeah, okay.
So I'm
So
like,
what kind of?
whatever.
Let's get into these teeth. What kind of teeth you looking? What kind of smile you looking to get? Real bright, real chicletta, or what?
So I decided against veneers. I'm just gonna get my
Okay.
regular teeth, like my regular maintenance done to my teeth, and
Mhm.
then I'm gonna get dental bonding. Now I'm gonna do a consultation first, obviously, but depending on that, it's gonna be my route. Now secondary, I'm gonna just go with the veneers. Um, N- I, that's a whole nother conversation. But the only reason why I don't know if the dental bonding is gonna work because I have that piece of meat between my gap, and so I feel like I'm gonna have to get that done
So you
first.
can get dental bonding for gaps?
That's how they close. Remember on Top Model they closed Danielle Gap. That's what it is.
You wanna know what's crazy?
What?
Once I discovered veneers, I assumed that's what they did to her, gave her veneers.
Oh no 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 no. So you know what? Well, you know what dental bonding is. That's like if you have a
Yeah.
chipped tooth and they do
Yeah,
it.
they use that like that clear it start off clear, like they kinda reshape it basically.
Yeah, so my one of my friends in Atlanta, she got dental bonding maybe like 2 months ago, and she had like little small spaces in between her teeth, and then her teeth weren't like the same length. So all they did
Mhm.
was did all like made all her teeth even, and then
How long does that
filled in the
last?
gap. I'm guessing it's like a fill in, and my fill ins last what like because
Shit,
it's like
probably
the
should
same
last for
kind
like
of
10
concept.
years.
Yeah,
It says 5 to 10 years. Oh, I like that. Okay. That's a good solution, I think. And it's non-invasive.
that's my only part because I think that me looking at the videos of like teeth shaving, like I know I'm gonna probably have to get my gums done. I don't care about that part. I just don't want my teeth shaved down.
Yeah, the thing is, and I
I don't
know
want my
we
teeth
already talked about
I
this
don't want my
before.
teeth shaved down, and I don't want nothing glued on top of my teeth that I can't clean.
Yeah. And the thing is, we are only 33. You literally gonna have to do that again before you 40 something. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying? You gotta keep
yeah.
doing it like every 10 to 15
And
years,
see
if
with
that.
with dental bonding, that's easy to fix too. You can just go to and get a touch up, or you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah. Okay.
it's easy.
Dang, they should you should be you gonna start the trend on that. I hope you are you gonna be open about the services you're getting?
Yeah. One of my friends had put me on. He had it done a few years ago, and I always thought that he naturally had nice teeth, but he showed me his teeth before. He was like, "No, I just got dental bonding. They just cover filled in the gaps, made my teeth even. They put a little layer on top of the tooth to make it whiter, and that was it."
Yeah, that's it. That seems better than all the solutions. Honestly, my teeth, my ortho, well, my situation's a little different. When I got my braces out, they did slightly shave my teeth to make them even, but it was like barely like even doing anything.
Oh, that's why I don't want to get my teeth shaved down because
No,
when
they
I
didn't
got
shave them. Little, they just like I didn't feel nothing. It just was like a I
no,
had.
yeah, they evened your teeth out.
They were
See,
already even. It's just that one had like a little like a ridge, like it was
yeah,
like
they did
zigzaggy
me.
a little
I
bit.
ain't like that feeling.
Really, I didn't
So
feel nothing. But you know,
when I got my braces taken off, he did that to like shave my teeth down in the front, like just to even it out. And then he was shaving the glue off my teeth like that. I don't even like how that feel because some of
yeah,
my
my
teeth
dentist
still had
always
the
tell
glue
me that
on.
I'm always super chill through stuff like through my appointments that people be squirming for. I'd be like, here you go, here you go.
Now that too, I don't move for real, but I didn't like the feeling. I just think if I don't know, that was just weird to me to have my teeth shaved,
I
and it wasn't
feel
even
you.
my teeth because he was doing it on top of the glue.
Yeah, because
He was
they
like
got to
lick
do
your
that.
teeth. He was like lick all your teeth and make sure I got the glue off on all of them. And I was like, and he'll just
Yeah, that's how
it
they
was
got
so
mine
weird.
now.
Hmm.
Oh, poor baby. Okay, well, we've been talking for 17 minutes. Who you got for Black Bins of the Week?
Okay, so Black Pizza Week. I met this guy on set of a shoot I did for Coca Cola a few months ago. We just got cool. Like we were talking. I told him, I expressed to him that I wanted to get into vlogging and doing like tutorial videos that I can sell online, so I can make money when I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and stuff like that. So he is a videographer outside of that, but I didn't realize how much work he was doing because that day for that shoot, he was just a camera assistant. He wasn't doing anything for real. He was like just making sure that the camera don't
Kind of like
fall.
when you get an assistant for a shoot.
Yeah, like he was like
Okay.
a camera assistant, but he wasn't like whatever. So I ended up checking out his work, and it was really good. So we ended up planning uh um a day we're gonna shoot some content for online tutorials. So
Okay,
y'all the
I
first to
like
hear it here.
that.
But yeah, he cool. I love to support my black people out here. It's rare that I run into talent. I ain't gonna say rare that I run into talented black people, but when it comes to like working in film and stuff, it don't be a lot of black people that you see. Like they'll be working, they'll be doing other stuff. You don't see them
It's
around
so
that much.
crazy because here in Atlanta, that's all I see.
So
It's
how you
just so
see?
crazy the different cultures, man. I never want to
Yeah, it's
lose that.
different. It's different. I like it because it helps me with being able to navigate through that type of um those type of crowds, because before I moved here, I was very awkward around. Like if I have a job and it's like a room full of white people, that shit be having me a little like weirded out. Like because I
Yeah.
don't know how to function around them, and people don't really understand how. When I tell you that when we were in elementary school and middle school, we didn't have white people,
No white people.
and our like mixed people were considered. We would have like one mixed girl, and that would be our white girl, and that's what we would call her. It would be a
Carla
white.
white girl. No, for real. No,
Yeah,
for real.
that's her name, white
Or
girl.
somebody who was just light skinned in general.
Yeah, we didn't even have like Hispanics. It would be like
Oh my
mixed.
God, the things that we did in the
So we didn't
hood.
know. Like so for me, it'd be hard to kind of navigate through stuff because in my head I'm thinking like, damn, I wonder if they can understand when I'm talking. Am I sounding
Oh
ghetto?
no,
Do they
I'm
think I'm
tired of
some
that
hood
though.
nigga because I got all these tattoos and dreads and I have tattoos on my damn face? So it's like,
I hate
what are you
that because
thinking
there's a
when
lot of
you
them.
look at?
Travis Barker got tattoos on his face. Is he a hood
Yeah,
figure?
you see what I'm saying? It's a double standard because they can do that. But see, out here it's a little bit more accepted. But I'm not having a hard time. Let me not say that. But it's taking me a minute to adjust to thinking like, okay, you normal, just act normal. Because in Atlanta, I didn't get treated like that.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it. It's definitely a readjustment. But people who didn't grow up in that environment, they be looking at us like, "Why are you tripping?"
But I didn't even give his Instagram. I'm so
I'm about to
sorry.
say,
So,
let's get to your
so his
point.
name is Kevin. His name is Kevin Wilson. His Instagram is shooters.paradise.
Shooters dot paradise.
Mm-hmm. Let me
Okay,
send it.
okay,
Let me
okay.
send it to you.
Been
So,
spending most our life living
hey,
in the shooter's
hey,
house.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to know
Ah.
something so crazy? I talked
What?
all that shit about Terry Reloaded, and I be watching his videos every day.
You all right? This gonna be our last episode. Can't even do it. Can't even do it.
I love Terry Reloaded videos
No, you
now.
don't.
I really do.
They doing this trend right now on TikTok where people like play this song and they show all the people they blocked. He be first on everybody's list.
For real?
It's so many creators I had to block because TikTok, I can see one video I'm interested in and I'll go on their page and TikTok be like, bet, let me flood
This
you.
what you into? I
Right. And I
got you.
gotta block them and the babies. Like, good, get the heck
Little
on. I
babies.
can't believe you like Terror Reloaded.
I
I'm sick
do. It's
to my
it's
stomach.
funny to me now. I'm
It's not funny. It's embarrassing. It's not even funny.
sorry. Okay. To me, Alicia Bug, stand up.
You look like Tabinya. You gonna pay for it? You gonna pay for it? With your broke? Just shut up. When you also want
If you
crunch in
gonna
your
buy
store. I'm
it with
hungry.
your
I want
broke
some hot
ass.
Cheetos. I want who
Oh
talk
my!
like that? Even Haitian. All right. Anyway, all right. All right.
You finna get mad about
I
that?
can't stand it. I'm sick of the men women comedians. I'm sick of it. All right, y'all. Speaking of sick, I think today was the first time in a long time that okay.
You just
How do I want to
overwhelmed.
say this? Yes. Okay, y'all. So literally last night, today is Tuesday. Last night, Takeoff was killed, and I literally could not believe my eyes.
Me
Okay, number
either.
one, for reading the news. Number two, seeing a literal video of him on the ground bleeding out. Like, I'm so sick of opening up my apps and seeing that kind of stuff. I should have the choice, but
Yeah,
I cannot believe Takeoff got killed. I feel, and I love Trouble, but I feel more shocked about this than I did about Trouble. I think it's because Takeoff was so low key.
and
Like,
quiet.
we
He
just
ain't really do
never used
it.
to at all. And apparently that was the same thing when he got killed.
Yeah.
But so yes, y'all, they were at a bowling alley playing dice, typical hood figure ish.
Hmm.
And some shots rung out. Now it's a lot of allegeds going on Twitter. I won't play a part in those, but it's very, very, very sad. And yeah, man, it's just too bad. He was only 28. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like he really did not even get to. And this album, an Unc and Few album was fire. Like they really was getting a bad takeoff, was really starting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he already was to me the best rapper, but he was really showing his behind on his last project. And it's
Yeah.
just a shame because it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's just really sad. And I just hope that I saw that him and Offset still follow each other. So I hope they were able to come to good terms before all this.
Yeah,
Um,
that's all I was thinking about. because I was up, like I had to drop my friend off at the airport at fucking 3:30 in the morning. So as he telling me this, I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking he's saying Offset. So I'm just driving like in a trance, like he did not just say that.
Yeah.
But he did say takeoff. But yeah, that's crazy as hell. That's all. That was the first thing I thought about because I'm like, I feel like the group wasn't on good terms, and it was just
Yeah.
so much drama going on around that situation. It's with little baby, all them. You know what I'm saying? So I hope
Yeah.
that after this, they can kind of like let everything go and do what they need to do. But that's really sad though, especially somebody so innocent like that.
No, for real. And
Or
it's
or
like,
from what I know, because I don't know
I mean,
him
I get what
outside
you're
of this.
saying though, because this gonna sound, no, I don't want to say it. Never mind. But yeah, it hurt my feelings. I can't even lie to you. Like, it just was
Yeah,
one of those things. I'm like, you are lying to me. I woke up to so many unread text messages. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, it's just really sad. I don't know what I was about to say, but I don't know, man. Rest in peace to take off. That's real. Oh, I was gonna say, unfortunately, I do know the feeling of having some issues with somebody and they end up dying and getting killed. It's actually a freaking terrible feeling, and it has not gone away, and it probably will never go away. It's just a little guilt, even though it wasn't about like it wasn't my fault. I'm gonna say that, but I don't like, okay, I'll give a little backstory. This is not the same situation, but this is my thought process. So there was a time where I talk a lot about like my dad. We didn't really have a relationship at all growing up. Not about a good relationship, just he was not around for other reasons. And so
hmm
I used to always have a fear that something would happen to him, and I didn't get to express to him like how I felt. And my little brother passed away, and that happened before me and my dad really got a chance to like work in our relationship, and that's what really made me be like, all right, all right, all right. Like, something that bothers me, and this isn't my dad's fault per se. I mean, it's a lot of people's faults, but me and my siblings, we do not have a picture of all of us together, like before my brother
Yeah,
passed away, and that's something that we just will never get. But it makes me think like, if our relationship with my dad would have been better early on, we would have had a lot more opportunities to do that, or if we would have been able to grow up together and all those things. So that's something that, literally it was impossible for us to make it happen. So, and I have a friend, a high school, well, really like an elementary school friend who got killed. We fell out, you know what I'm saying? And that just was that. Me, once you off for good. Not to
yeah,
brag, but this was one of them situations where it was like, now I gotta live with that. So,
yeah.
it's sad.
Nah, I be thinking about that too. I promise you, losing my mama that changed me forever. Of
Yeah, I
course,
can't
obviously,
imagine.
as it would change anybody, but I think that made me more empathetic because I wasn't like a cold hearted person. I still can kind of be cold hearted a little bit. Um, but I think that caused me to like somebody can tell me a story, I can legit feel what they feel. Like I can
Mm.
feel that exact emotion. I feel
Like
like
an
that.
empath.
Yeah, like I'm very empathetic. Very like it's really insane. And even now, like me moving out here, like I don't like to get revved up. Like I don't like to argue. I don't want to get, and it's no point. Like I don't even.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like anytime I get into an argument with somebody, even if we stay cool, it just be so pointless. It was so pointless to even do all that, or just I don't know. It don't be no point to me.
Me either. That's why I
I mean,
just be like, okay, have a
yeah,
good
like
day.
sometimes I mean you do got to get your point across, and you need it has to sometimes be a little stern. But
Mm.
me having a full on argument with you or a fight and all that, I'm over that shit. For what?
Yeah, I feel you. It's
For
just
what, for real?
it's wasted energy. If y'all not finna fight, just keep it pushing and don't
Yeah.
fight. But I'm just saying, like, I'm
I
just finna
mean, but
be.
sometimes a fight is necessary. That's
Yeah,
where
I'm
I'm at
just.
with it. If
Yeah.
we're not arguing. Let's just fight. If that's the case, if that needs to happen. If not,
Just don't take
relax.
out no gun or no knife. Don't hurt nobody for real. Just
Yeah, that's
slap
the
them out a little
problem with
bit.
these days. Everybody
They
don't
take
know
it
how
too
to fight.
goddamn far. Nah, for
Yeah,
real. But yeah, rest in peace, Takeoff. Truly, truly tragic, unnecessary, too soon, all those things you could say. And it's really sad because we have lost so many people this year. And I don't know, and this I hope that I don't mean to sound foolish, but is it that we're losing a lot of people or that we just have more people visible? You know what I'm saying? Like, for example,
yeah,
it's a lot of rappers at one time, a lot of singers. Like typically we'll have like 5 stars. that's in like a particular genre, but we got hundreds of rappers. And
Yeah.
so when people get killed, it seems it's obviously more heightened because they all have this is am I making sense?
No,
Like
you are making sense. You saying like
since
before, like back in the not even necessarily back in the day, but
it could be
before.
years or a couple years or whatever before somebody that we revered was killed or died.
Yeah.
But now it's several per year. But I mean, these are people from several different ranges of their career. So it could be Pop Smoke first hit. You know, that's obviously tragic. You can't really compare that because I do think he was really gonna go far. But you got people that have made hits but haven't made a hit in a while. So it's just a lot more visibility, a lot more visibility to artists, a lot more visibility to their death. But it's really sad because I feel like we at five this year. I mean, at least the five that I can think of. It's just
Yeah.
sad. Do you think that do you really think that music plays a part in people's behavior? Like you think that rap can have a negative impact on our community?
Yeah, I do feel like that. I feel like I had this conversation a lot. Um, I feel like without even noticing things, sometimes that should be having an effect on everybody. Because look at where we are in society. Like the fact that I can walk around Atlanta and I can see people with $20,000 jewelry on and $100,000 bags and stuff like that. Where are they getting it from? Like, where are
Mhm.
you getting the thought of getting that type of stuff? Where are you getting it from? You getting it
Yeah,
from
because then
music?
before it
You
would
getting it from
just seem like a pipe dream. Like when I get here, I'm gonna do
yeah.
this. Now they doing it right here, right now.
But even if you think about like the girls who were popular, like I guess you would be like the influencers, like the video girls from like when we were in middle school and high school.
Mhm.
It was cool for them to wear stuff like baby fat, and
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. Where
And
it's
it's
like
crazy because that was expensive at the time, but now looking
yeah,
back, child, $100 jeans ain't nothing.
no, and it's like now you just it's you almost feel as if you cannot even be successful or nobody will take you serious if you don't have these things. But I feel
Mhm.
like that's coming from the music, just like the drugs. A lot of these rappers don't even be taking them drugs for real. They just rap about it because that's popular.
That's ins
I
Didn't
just
Future say
watched this
that?
show, huh?
Didn't Future say that? That he was saying that he was
Future
doing
said
stuff?
that, but more recently, I remember watching this show. I think it was on Hulu, where this guy he was taking all these rappers to the middle of the forest and doing like wildlife stuff with them. And so one of the episodes was Lil Yachty, and Lil Yachty was I think they were fishing and stuff like that. So he was just saying how he don't drink, he don't do drugs, he don't even smoke weed. He was like
And he got that walk song.
yeah,
I took the
that's what I was about to say. He just dropped that.
walk.
This nigga don't even do drugs. He
Wow.
was like, I don't do none of that stuff because I don't. He's like, I never even had the urge to try it.
What? I don't like that. I do not like that.
He said that on there. I remember that because I thought that was so crazy because he always rap about drugs and like
That's not
alcohol.
cool. Oh, I don't like that. I can't even like
So
that. I would feel
now,
some guilt with putting that out there like that.
yeah, and there be so many rappers that be rapping about like mixing certain drugs, and then
Mhm.
Future rapping about fentanyl and all this other stuff, and it, do feel like that out here. I ain't
No,
even
I
know
do
that.
too. I didn't think that before. I used to be like, "Oh, it's just entertainment, just like a movie." But even movies, I mean, I know people whose kids will watch like a certain kind of action type of movie for the first time and immediately start emulating what they just saw, like
Yeah,
shooting with their guns. And not saying that's necessarily bad, but that alone sparks curiosity. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
seeing something for the first time. You listen to some old big timers music, they talking big boy
Yeah,
flexing. I'm
everybody brain. The problem is everybody brain matures on a different level.
yeah,
So for
yeah,
me, I could listen to that music and I ain't finna go try no damn coke or
right.
no.
But
You
it's
know what I'm
some
saying?
people
Like I
who are
know I'm not
influenced.
finna do that shit. But
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, if it's somebody that has like a mind that's not as mature as mine or somebody else like that, you're gonna listen to that and be like, I wonder what that feel like. I wonder
No,
what that
you
is.
right.
Or they
You
may look at
absolutely
it as
right.
like, oh, I want to be around these people. I want to be associated with this type of lifestyle. So
Mhm.
this is what they do. So I'm gonna do it too, or I'm gonna try.
Do
You know
you
what I'm saying?
think do you think that and I'm just asking this genuinely because I don't feel like I've had this conversation a couple times with different people. I'm just interested in the people, you know what I'm saying, here and talk about this. But do you think that the artist should feel responsible for that? You remember like when WAP came out, people were upset at Cardi B and all this
Yeah,
other stuff, saying that she was not being a good role model. But Cardi was like, I ain't raising your kids. And I agree with that. But I do think that it has been a very slippery slope with some of the sexuality. Some stuff was more of an innuendo. Some stuff would be very passive, but now it's straight up like da-da-da-da. And while it might have existed here and there, it was from this girl who's it was like from Lil Kim who we knew her from. But we still had Eve, we still had Rod Digger, we still had like other female rappers that rapped about other things. And not saying that people should only rap about certain things, but I'm just saying that's what it seems like everybody is doing. And not to exclude male rappers, but I'm just saying that's been the biggest talk right now, the female rappers.
I just feel like people should raise their kids. I mean, for realistically, and what I mean by that, like growing up, I ain't see certain stuff. Like a lot of stuff, my
I
mama
did.
was able to hide from me. But that was because she put me in a position where I wouldn't even be around that type of person or those type of people to
Hmm.
even experience that. And she made me really comfortable with like explaining shit to her too. So if I did see something, I'll just talk to her about it. Like if I went to my cousin's house and I seen something. I'm like, when I was over there, this happened. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
I'll
too
tell
to
her
snitching
whatever.
on
I
rereading that
wasn't
day.
snitching. I just was
No,
telling
I'm
her
just
what the fuck I
playing.
saw. You know.
No, that's good that you could do that. So my
But
mama did try to hide stuff from me, but I would just see it anyway when I went to school. I went to daycare or something like that.
But also in a sense too, though, when it comes to stuff like that, I feel like at a certain discretion, and of course, as they get older, I do think that that people should show them their kids certain things and explain to them what it is, and
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that way, when
because
they
you can't.
do,
If
you
they
can't
already
when
know
they do
about it,
experience,
educate them.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I agree.
when you do experience that in life, you ain't confused about it. I feel like that's when it turns weird.
Or
You
into
know what I'm saying? Like
curiosity.
you get too curious, and then it almost because I mean, as humans, sometimes we love doing things that get our adrenaline rushing, and feeling like you're doing something that's wrong or like you ain't supposed to be doing, but you finna do it anyway. It's more fun as a teenager or like a young adult. You doing that to be a badass or be a rebel, but I feel like if you were exposed to that at a younger age or was taught a certain way, it'll be different. Well,
I
I
can
come
agree
at
with
different.
that because I also think that even for myself, like you said before, we all grow, we mature at different levels. So because something doesn't negatively impact us, we can't expect the same to be for others. So that don't mean okay, we'll carry on business as usual. But I do think my mother was very strict. So when I did see this stuff, I knew I was sneaking, but I knew not to go too far either. It's like I can't
Yeah,
do that, or I can't look at that, or I can't watch
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it did feel a little rebellious, like, oh, let me see that, let me
You
see
see
that
what
little
I'm saying?
Kim video.
But
Yeah,
also, it's a thing with parents and stuff like that. You can't really escape it because
you
the
can't,
thing about it
and
is,
especially now.
no, you can't really escape it. Say, for instance, if you have like parental control on all your TVs and radios and shit in your house, but then you get in the car, roll your window down, you on the highway. Now the dude next to you playing "Pop That Pussy Baby," show them niggas you ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
and you
me
being
being
like,
a
"What
mama,
is
I'm gonna be
that?"
like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Dang, I told him this was bad."
Exactly. So you can't really. You just need to teach your
It's
kids
just
like,
levels to it. And
yeah,
also, a lot of people for real do not be they give their kids a lot of freedom. They doing this gentle parenting stuff. They letting their kid they use the excuse well, they gonna see it anyway. But that creates like that like is a negative contribution because yes, they can see it anyway. Yes, your child knows better, but are you really educating them now? Because I think the biggest thing is just saying no is not enough. Because now they gonna be like, well, I'm gonna just do it anyway. I'm gonna just see what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
my mom used to scare me. I thought shaking hands to get me pregnant. So you think I'm finna be out here
My mama,
hugging?
I think that was just our generation of parents because I feel like all our mama did the same shit. My mama would make it seem like you would get the cooties from putting your
But and
arm
then we
around
had
somebody's shoulder.
friends that was wearing crop tops and shaking their booties and they were still in pampers. Like it's just little stuff that happens gradually. Like people be letting their kids cuss and shoot birds. And that's not, to me, it's a time and a place when you're an adult to do that. So why does a kid have the freedom to do it whenever they want because you said so? So
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
then like
But
even with I can and this is why I don't be giving like kids a hard time about stuff like that because I just remember what I was exposed to and what at what age and how I was exposed to it. Like I can remember we was in sixth grade and on a school bus people were getting fingered, getting
yeah.
nipples sucked on and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
I ain't know shit about that until I went to school. So
Yeah, me too.
what's the difference between that and because you're gonna learn or be around it at school too? But
And you're probably gonna do it too, but
yes,
you definitely need to. I think you still have to build your own resistance and discipline because it's definitely stuff I did as a kid that I knew I had no freaking business. My mom would have beat my behind, but I number one, I didn't want to say no. I wanted to be cool. I was curious, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like little things that I'm like. I gotta take it to the grave
Yeah.
because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Mm.
But
Mm.
anyway,
I know.
interesting.
I wish I knew that one thing that got you in trouble that I
I did
never.
tell you, and if you forgot, that's between you and God.
Oh, you did tell me. Okay,
Yeah.
but I couldn't.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up on Shot Talk, did you know that Cascade Sparkles and Metro Lanes is owned by the same person?
Then why Metro Lane's flow so greasy?
You know what it is.
What?
Racism. It's pu- it's
I mean, if
income
we
based.
being
It's
honest, all the
classism.
skating rinks is in the hood. So what's the
No,
difference
there's a
between Cas?
Sparkles in Smyrna, thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is, and it was a
But it's
Sparkles
not owned by
in
him.
Riverdale. That's the one you
No,
talking about, the one in Riverdale.
no, the one on Old National. Oh,
That's
that's
Skate
that's
Town, girl.
Skate Town. You
Yeah, I'm
right.
like, what? That's Skate
Oh,
Town.
Sparkles is in Riverdale. Speaking of Riverdale, Stacey Abrams gonna be there tomorrow.
Period. But
I
no,
got a ticket, but I ain't
the
going.
thing about Metro Skate that pissed me off is that the floor is so slippery.
The
Like
fact
I
that
don't.
you even pointed that out is so funny because that's how bad I can't skate. Because I ain't know.
Oh yeah, nah, girl. You know I was taking my lessons for a little minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh! I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
Wow,
trauma. So I got a lot of triggers.
you really do.
But yeah, I mentioned that because skate Metro Lanes is closing down or has closed down, and it was posted
Good.
by the guy who owns it. Which when I went on his page, I saw that he also owned Cascade and Sparkles. Speaking of Cascade, why did they build that little plaza right there? I don't like that. It
On the
like
top of the
blocked off the
hill.
street. Yeah,
Yeah,
that first of all, that was parking. Okay,
they
number
stopped.
one.
They started with the Popeyes. I thought that was dumb when they put the
Yeah,
Popeyes right there. I'm like,
I
why
said the
is it
same thing.
right
I'm
here?
like, is this so people can eat after they skate? Because this can't be for the general public.
And it is. Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
that. I seen
I
that
used to
too.
park over there, and I guess they charge for parking now. Which I mean,
Oh
I ain't mad
yeah,
at that because Cascade started getting a little, you know,
yeah. They had
tourists coming down there and got to dodge bullets.
yeah. I do. I like the fact that they charge them for parking because they had the people walking the lots and stuff. But I definitely Shanika, she goes skating at Cascade all the time. I think she got her car broken in so many times there.
I believe it. Folks just be
Mhm.
parking at the gas station. Oh
Yep,
my
they
god, you
charge for
couldn't even
that too.
pay me to go there now on no kind of
On no
no
Sunday,
lit night.
I'll go. I just
I'm
can't.
not
I
doing
ain't
that.
driving. You can do me an
No,
Uber or
that's
something.
even worse. Okay, Uber, yeah. Yeah, you Uber, you outside one of your Uber and Uber don't got broken too. Come on now.
Okay.
Anyways, all right, I just want to share that. Number three. You got anything you want to add to shop talk?
Let me see. I
That's
don't
how
even
you know
remember
I take notes in my phone
what
and go to my number
happened
three.
this week. I'll be off the internet. Well, off the blogs. Let me
You ain't
see.
gotta be on the blogs to be in the
In
what's
the knee,
what's
in the T.
yeah.
Um, who you think had the best Halloween costume? Out of celebrity.
Um, I'll say Diddy. He was in full character.
He was him and Janelle Monae. But I think Janelle Monae had the best
Let me
one.
tell you something. I love Janelle Monáe. I'll go gay for her.
Oh, you hear it here first, ladies.
Just kidding. I swear to God, I would not. But that's how much I love her. Like, I think she's so beautiful and she just is so talented. Like she could just literally do anything. Do people even know she sing? Cause she acted her behind off.
Yeah. Nah, but her.
She's fire to me, man.
You remember you was Janelle Monae for Halloween one year, Broken
Yes,
Booty?
I'm telling you, I've been to Janelle Monae stand.
I remember.
That's like the one of the only two times I ever dressed up for Halloween. I was Janelle Monae first, and then I was Little Red Riding Hood. Little
Period.
Red riding around the hood. But no,
But
I just love her. I think she's so cool. She just is, and she's
she
just
had the best
stunning.
one. Heidi
Yeah,
Klum be going crazy. I don't never name her because she gonna kill everybody anyway.
I
She'll never
wouldn't
get
even know
nobody
who
no
she is,
chance.
babes. But that's good for you, baby.
You say you didn't see it?
I don't know who she is.
Heidi Klum is like the queen of Halloween. So
Look at
she
Janelle Monae. Look. She
see
just is superior. Superior.
um
All right. Well, I want to talk about how everybody thought Kodak Black and Monica was dating. And
me.
it's
I
it's
was
still
I
and
definitely
it
thought
still
that.
ain't really still ain't impossible. Why she talking about she his mama same age, sweetheart? Y'all, that boy bought you a Birkin from what you posted, and then you talking about a date. She was contributing to the rumor.
She yeah.
So,
There you go.
but I will hope to God. But the thing is, it's not beneath her. She was going all up for C Murder Child. The man got murder in his name. He got murder in his
She
name.
Monica is probably scarred and she just like chaotic shit. Whenever I see people that keep dating people that like are like heavy criminals or they just got like a lot of drama or something going on around them, I just honestly think that they just are the most chaotic individuals because why would you want to
Why
operate
are you
around
chasing that?
chaos like that? Why are you
Yeah,
chasing
I got a
chaos?
friend I just talked to today, and she, when I when I say she talked to the most bottom of the barrel, she want dirty hood, dirty,
I get
running
you
from the
want a
law.
little that you want somebody that's like I like to use the word urban. I
That ain't
get
even a
that.
fair word.
I get that, but it be the mentality and it be the way you think and how you
The
are and
situations you get me caught up in, like it's just too much.
situations you
And
get
I'm
you
like,
caught
girl,
a girl.
you
Yeah.
established, you got a career, you got things going for yourself. Like, why do you want these type of dudes? And this ain't even no like it's some street dudes that's respected, they really about their business, they elevated, but it's some that's like, excuse me, how did you even
Yeah.
cross paths with this person?
Mm-mm.
But yeah.
Girl, please.
Anyways, all right, let's move on to the next topic. I was scrolling on TikTok, right? And there's this lady. I can't remember her name, her username, but she shows up on my for you page every now and then, where basically she has she it all started with how easy I want to say this is how it started, but I could be wrong because this is something that I do. Whenever people post on social media that they bought a home, I immediately go find it. I know exactly what to do. I know where to
Oh yeah.
find it, especially if they tag their realtor. Over with. I know where you live at. I know how much you paid. I know how much some taxes is, and I know, you know what I'm saying, all I need to know. Who bought it
Yeah.
before? Anyway, this lady basically this is what happens. She just finds people's addresses. Okay, so people can be like, I bet you can't find me. Like I'm super private. I don't post a lot of stuff on social media. And the lady be like, okay, cool. This is how I found you. You had some mail in the background of your picture. I zoomed in, found the zip code, found the business. I mean, literally the smallest detail. She'll notice like a type of tree that they have that's only popular in a certain region. She will find their addresses through their friends that they follow. Like she is like she just
What?
like me, but hmm.
I said what? I was just about to say this actually sounds like you.
But right, you're right, because the stuff that she finds, I'm like, yeah, that sound about right. But it's just so crazy because people think that they are minimal or private online, but they actually are given just enough information to come and harm you. Anyways,
You said you feel, do I
do
feel
you
like I
feel
share
like
a lot?
you overshare or like how do you feel like you what do you lay on the spectrum of sharing on social media?
I have kind of relaxed on sharing a lot. But what I do now is I just post it after I've already left. But I do feel like I overshare because I love taking pictures on my balcony. And I
Yeah.
feel, you know what I'm saying? Like I
And
know
I've
that's
actually
so
found people's
dangerous.
condo buildings based off their view before.
Yeah, I do be feeling like that sometimes. So I'm like, I need to watch it. Um, but yeah, I do be feeling like I overshare. And I've had a situation that kind of made me stop doing that too because um I ended up giving this boy my number like when I was in Atlanta. And I went to this place on Old National with Terrence. He was like, "Oh, come with me to this place." It was a little bar called VVS. So I went there.
Ghetto, not VVS.
Yeah, I was like, "Let me just go." I was just trying to see what was up. So I went with him to VVS, and we was there for like 15 minutes. And I had took a picture of him, like made a video of him, like, "Oh, we hanging out, blah blah blah." Because at the time we hung out in a minute, so I made a video of him. And so my phone started ringing maybe like 10 minutes later. And I was like, hello. He was like, I just seen your Instagram post. Why you didn't tell me you was gonna be at VVS? And I'm like, what you mean? Why would I tell you that? He was like, mind you, I don't know this boy like that. So I'm like,
Mhm.
why would I tell you that? He was like, you know, I live over here by it. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah. He was like, but that's all I wanted, like that. And so I was like, okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
don't like that.
Girl, 8 minutes later, Terrence started looking at me like frowning a little bit, and he was looking at somebody. I turned around, the boy had done came and sat in the booth next to me.
Absolutely not.
I
Mm-mm.
freaked out.
Mm-mm.
I freaked out. He like popped up. Just
And that's crazy. And think about how many other people also recognize that background and just didn't say nothing.
yeah. So I was like, oh no, 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 no. That was insane that he did that.
Yeah.
Like he just popped up. I never had seen him before in like ever. It was just
He hopped in that darn car. Jesus Christ.
like he had to be already on the way.
Oh no, he probably
Cause
lived
as soon as
right
he
down the
hung up the phone, he
street.
was like, "Yeah, that's all I wanted." Then he just popped in, and ever since then, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just, and I like the way my pictures and videos look on my regular camera anyway. So I'll just take a video or a picture with my camera and post it the next day or like hours after I've done gone.
Yeah, had to start doing that a long time ago. Just like even when I go on trips and stuff, I
Yeah,
maybe post to my close friends that I'm gone somewhere, but even that is very minimal. And then I do like a recap when I get back. But I do think that even though I'm low key, I have sometimes posted things that share a lot. Like one time I posted a picture of me sitting in front of my mirror in my bedroom, and somebody
hmm
actually messaged me and was like, "You have a large bedroom. Do you have apartment or a condo?" I'm like, eh. Now, mind you, I'm very intentional. I only post from my living room or my kitchen on social media. I don't post from nowhere else in my house for
yeah,
that very reason because I don't ever want anybody to have a perception of a perspective of how to get around my house, how to navigate and stuff like that. But that made me feel a way. I'm like, dang, like, and I know she didn't mean any harm, but stuff like that. I mean, people have a thought process when they see a post.
yeah, for sure.
And so yeah, that's why it just makes me think. I try not to post any mail. I try not to post like I know a lot of people know I live in Cobb County. That's a given. Whatever you can do about it, because number one, I always talk about it, and I always post businesses that are in the Cobb County area. But I do sometimes wish that I didn't share that. I wish I never tweeted before about living, where I in the area because those are the little key details that can help somebody close the gap. Like, oh, okay, that's what it is because she said this because she said that. And while I know real estate and property records are public, don't make it so easy for people to get access to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like even when I leave Google reviews, I try not to leave too many details. Like when I left a review about my car dealership and I made sure not to post a picture of the car. Think about like little trails and stuff like that. It's just like
yeah.
little things.
The car thing too, honestly though, um, I don't have a car that's post worthy anyway at the moment, but at the same time, I know that I done fucked up a few times by posting my damn car.
For real, like
So,
what?
um, people just be recognizing you on the street, or they reckon you, or they'll text you like, "Oh, I seen you," but it'll be somebody that you don't fuck with, or that you don't want to like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I feel about custom color cars. You can see them from a mile away.
I even get annoyed when I run into people in person or in public and they see me getting in my car. I will literally circle the parking lot walking before I get in my car in front of you.
Yeah, I
Gro-
feel you.
Groceries in hand and all.
I
I
don't
just
yeah,
don't be
ice
doing
cream gonna
that.
have to melt. No, I don't blame you because people really do be watching. Like, I don't want no custom color, no custom car tag. And I really wanted there's this orange version of my car and it's so fire, but I'm like, that car will literally stand out. And I don't like that. I just don't want that kind of attention. I want a nice car I can enjoy, but I don't want to be anxious about like people recognize. And I know I'm nobody, but that don't mean that people are not incapable of trying to find out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like little stuff like that. It's just too much, and I hate that.
I
But
think my mama put that in my head too growing up because mama like we would be on the highway and my mama would be pointing that out. Like she'll be like, don't get no cars that look like this, and then don't get this type of car because people associate that with drug dealers. Like my mama was
mhm.
big on that. Like I couldn't
It's the
even wear
truth though.
I couldn't
Shirley
even
knew.
wear like I remember in middle school I wanted to wear like those Fat Farm metallic two pieces, like remember the
Oh yeah, the,
metallic
the the
denim?
jacket suit, shining
Yeah, like
suit.
I wanted that. My mama cut a fool. My sister bought me one and she did not let me wear it. She made her
Mm.
take it back. She was just like, "That's what drug dealers wear. He's not wearing that platinum
And it's like
FUBU.
when you that
He's
young, you
not."
want to be cool. You want to, what I'm saying,
Yeah,
be
and
with the times. But when you look back as an adult, you be like, she was right.
so appreciative of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I look
Cause the
back and I'm
slippery
appreciative,
slope.
but I'm glad she used to tell me stuff like that. I used to get annoyed though when she see a Crown Vic, she thought that it was the police every time.
I
She would be
mean,
like,
good
especially
reason. That's how
she didn't
charges
even
is.
realize that like people like living along 166, a lot of those people be buying old ass fucking
Police
cars. So
cars.
it's
Yep.
like you can, and I knew that at a young age because I remember it was a white girl on Campbell Road that worked at the AutoZone with the pink box Chevy. You remember her?
Unfortunately, yes. This is crazy.
Yeah,
I thought she sold Mary Kay.
that lady had a pink box Chevy. So everybody had like an old school car at the time. But my mama was just like, everybody who got the Crown Vic, they're police, they're undercover cops. And I'm
And
like,
it's
that's
possible
too
because they don't take much for them to try to blend in.
and I'm like, I get what you're saying, But no, she was like, you don't know what you're talking about. You a child. But I'm like, these folks be buying old cars like that.
I mean,
But
parents don't always be right about everything, but she had the right mind for sure.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, my mama scared me out of a lot of fucking shit.
Another thing I had to do, I had to turn off allow contacts on apps. Like I don't
Oh,
want people
and
to be
locations. Me too. I just
Oh,
recently did
I don't
all that.
even. Yeah. I've always and I will say I've always had locations turned out. Well, I have it on for Instagram if I want to tag a location, but I
Yeah,
turned off my active status and I turned off my contacts for everything because you can search number one, you can search somebody's phone number and find them on social media. And number two, it will introduce your page to people you might not want to be connected to. Because apparently there's this feature on TikTok right now that shows you who has your number saved in their phone. And I'm
yeah.
like, I'll never know because I turned that junk off.
Child. Well, I think at this point, when it comes to stuff like that, um, I got 42,000 followers on Instagram. It's hard for me to hide.
I mean, that's cool, but that don't mean well. See, even that don't mean that. I mean, yes, I understand that
They be
to
having my
hide.
number because they, of course, everybody's like, "Oh, you have his number. I need my makeup done." Oh,
You should get
people
a
a
eSIM for
business
a business
phone.
phone. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah, I've
have
been
for my
saying
tenants.
that, but I'm like, do I keep? I don't know. It's just too much because my
Do you
thing
keep
about that,
what?
do I keep my regular number as my regular number, or do I turn that into my business phone and then get the new phone for my regular phone?
This what you do. You keep your personal phone, and then all the people that are for work, tell them text them that you got a new number.
Mm,
And that's it.
okay,
And
yeah,
if you have an iPhone, you have a eSIM. So I have two phone numbers on one device right now. And literally the way it works, if I want to talk to my tenants, okay, if I if I save somebody's phone number, I can assign them to which line that I communicate with them. So my tenants,
uh,
I assign them to my business number. So I can start a new text message. My phone automatically makes that number show up when I contact them. And then if you call somebody and you don't save their number, if they call you back, that number that you called them from is what they'll dial back and get on your phone. And it'll say P or B. So I labeled it personal business. So P is for my personal calls, and that's only for numbers that aren't saved, and then B is for business. But it's never been complicated. It's a very easy. Now with Verizon, I do pay extra $60 a month. It probably cheaper with another carrier. It's like 30. I think it's like 30, something like that. But it's a business expense. So you know what I'm saying? I get
yeah,
some of it back. But it has I never want I'm not gonna I love my tenants, but I don't want the I want to keep that life separate. Like I don't want, this is a number we've had since. I mean, I know you got new numbers, but I've only had one phone number ever. So I don't ever want to have to like feel like I got to change my number because too many people got contact access to me. When I call contractors, when I handle any kind of business, I use that business phone and I have one cell phone.
yeah. My old number before I got the number I have now. I probably had it for like what 8 years now. So I've had it for a minute, maybe a little longer. The number that I had before that, the guy who has that phone found my fucking phone number
See what I'm
and
saying?
called me and was like, hey, I just want to know who you are and what do you do. He was like, he said, I get at least 3 or 4 calls a day for you. He was like, I be looking, people be looking for you. They think I'm you. Apparently, I sound like you and everything. The
Do
boy did
you?
sound like me. He was a gay boy, and he did sound like me for real. It was so crazy. He was like, yeah, people. I answer the phone, people just automatically start talking. They be saying some crazy shit. People don't
Ah,
send crazy stuff to my phone,
what
thinking
did you
it's you.
tell? Did you tell them who you are? Like what you
I
do?
told him, I was just like, I'm so sorry, and I had to explain to him like why and what was going on. He was like, I want to see the makeup because when I tell you get, so he said you missing out on so much money. That's why I'm calling you because I'm like, I wish I
Well,
knew this
see,
person
that's a
because
little
I be.
different. I can understand that. How did he get your number though?
He said that he got it from somebody that called the phone number. He
That's
was like, "Do you have
crazy.
his number? Because I need to call him." And he
Oh
had
my
his
god.
number. Yeah, that was so crazy. I always wondered that too because I'm like, damn, I'm probably missing out so much money. But at the time, I was switching from Sprint to um T-Mobile, and
Well, I think T-Mobile
child,
got the $20 ones. The
they
twenty
wouldn't
dollar
let me switch
increment.
my phone number.
Oh, why
They
not?
was holding my number hostage, so I had to get a new number. I don't know.
Did
It
you
was
owe
some.
them?
Yeah, but I didn't. I mean, I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Complicated.
it was one of them situations.
Yeah, I don't ever want to change my number ever. So I think for you, especially with how many different like your rotation of clients and that you got a roster, it would be easier to do that. I mean, obviously, the people that you don't mind, obviously, I'm sure there's some clients that you don't mind having your personal number, but if you don't have that kind of relationship with them, give them that phone number and you can just leave it like that. You
Yeah.
ain't, you know,
No, I feel
it's
it.
really easy. And you don't even have to get another SIM card. It literally activates on your phone. It takes 2 seconds. I went to the Verizon store, was out. I could left my car running. That's how quick it was.
Yeah.
And if you ever wanted to get a second phone, you can upgrade that line. Or if you wanted a new phone and keep your original, you can upgrade that line and just you can use that phone for whichever line you wanted.
And I've been with T-Mobile so long, they ready to give me everything, but I just haven't been excited to upgrade my phone. Like I'm
Well,
fine
don't
with
feel pressure. Wait till you got to do it, child. My phone
yeah.
acting funny now. But yeah,
What
so
phone you got?
the 13 Pro Max, but my Siri doesn't work. Like it doesn't. If I use dictation or anything, where you text to talk, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It don't hear me. It doesn't do
I
it.
got a 12 Pro Max. I love my phone.
13 Pro Max is what I said.
I said I have the 12 Pro Max.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry.
I'm two
Well,
phones behind. My phone
I
still
think 2 years is a good, like every 2 years is a decent run
that
because
camera hit. So I
it
mean that's
do.
all shit.
My
That's all
brother in
I
law
need.
got the 14 Pro Max and his home screen alone due to on mine, and I'm just one phone behind.
What?
I'm like, dang, is this clear? Like it's like transparent.
Okay. Oh my god.
Anyways, I think everybody. This is some homework for everybody listening. Do even if you just have a couple hundred followers, 20, 30, it doesn't matter. Everybody sees
All it
what you
take is one
post.
person.
Literally, and they don't even have to be following you to find what you post. You can have a private page and they can go through somebody else, or you know what I'm saying? It's just very easy to find people. That's all I'm trying to say. And it's you might not think you have nothing to lose, but our safety is increasingly more in jeopardy every goddamn day.
Mm,
Unfortunately, people want what you got. People just doing stuff to be weird. It's just weird, and I don't like it. And that's why all my stuff is in my trust. So.
Cause you're a trustee.
I am actually. But anyways, all right. Anything you want to add to the subject before we wrap this thing up?
Um, keep your eyes on the prize. That's all I got.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Oh, no, I don't. All right. Uh, all right, let's wrap this thing up. Yeah, all right. What you got coming up? What you got going on this week?
I am recovering from Halloween. I had a really fun weekend. I went to a few parties. I fake dressed up as a boxer. I just used something
Is
that was
that
in my
what you
closet.
was? I thought you were a mummy. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Really?
I swear to God.
Mm. I kept telling people I was J Lo from Enough.
Okay,
I'm
got
just
it.
playing now, but no, I was a boxer. I was a boxer, or like or a street fighter or whatever. I don't know what I was. I just looked like I got beat up and I had gauze on. And
Yeah, I didn't
I,
even know your face had the bruises until you posted the sub. I really wasn't sure. I'm not trying to be funny. I just thought you was
you can tell
um
I didn't try. That's why I ain't posting it for real. But anywho,
it's okay, boo.
yes, I'm just recovering from that. I am getting my November situated because I do got a lot of stuff that I need to do, and I'm getting that in my December situated. Also, I'm just in search of a dentist, both a regular dentist on the
I
regular,
thought
and
you
then
found a guy.
I haven't went to him yet though, so I'm not sold. I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Okay, that's fair.
So I haven't found one, or I haven't been, and I need to find me a doctor that can do my bonding. I need to get a new car. It's a lot.
Okay. Godspeed. I feel the same way. I have
Yeah, it's
every
true.
day a
I'm
new
overwhelmed with. So I
responsibility.
have so much stuff to do, and there's so much stuff that I want to do and I need to do, and that honestly is I'm just living life. I don't know.
Yes, I actually have a tip for people because it's something I do every time. But whenever y'all get a new job, if you have a 401k, please transfer your balance to the new employer because if you don't, after a certain amount of time, I want to say 30 days, they start to charge maintenance fees on your account, and next thing you know, that 10,000 or 4,000 or $300 balance will be zero. Okay. And it's
Mm,
not an easy it's easy, but it's not easy. It's multiple steps, and that's probably for a reason. So y'all just keep that in mind. Your health savings accounts too. Okay. Because I had a hard time finding my health savings information today. Anyways, yeah, I have so many like adult things to do. Like every day, it's a new duty. It's like, oh my god. Imagine having kids. That's every
Mm.
time I'm overwhelmed with stuff. I imagine having a baby or a
I,
toddler or a
I
preteen.
I always say that I want kids. I want at least three, but honestly, I realize that I really enjoy my life because I don't have any.
Me too. Me too. And I got a dog, and
You
I
know,
mean, shoot, I love my little baby, but can't
it's
imagine
giving
her
get
needing
up
to go
and
to
go.
school.
It's
Hmm.
giving get up and go when I want to. I love that.
Me too.
That's probably the only thing I love about being an adult. Is not having no
And
kids,
you
not do
keep
what
all
I
your
want to
money. Imagine having to share your money with some crumb snatchers.
do.
That's why abortion
Every,
should
I
be
do
legal
that on the
everywhere.
first every month, girl.
What you
Share my
mean?
money with some crumb snatchers every month
Oh.
on the first. So
It's okay. All right. Well, let's wrap this thing up. This has been another episode of OD Podcast.
yeah,
Holla at your
baby.
girl
Holla at your twirl, boo.
and your world and your curl and your twirl and your earl and your hurl and your merle and your
Mm,
pearl and
mm.
your.
And
All
that's on
right.
Jackie O.
Bye.